What's going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome in to CHGO Bulls Postgame. Coming to you live from our studios here in West Loop, downtown Chicago. I'm Peck. You can follow me at Bulls_Peck. Big Dave Bow, BWL Sports, rocking the Sub-Zero hoodie.
I really like this hoodie a lot. Favorite color.
Pal producer Joyce Bathis on the controls. He's at Joyce Bathis. Our guy, Will the Go Golly, will join us later on in tonight's postgame from the Madhouse, where he was taking in this one tonight. Thanks for joining us. Hit that like button. We'll get to as many of y'all's thoughts on tonight's game as we can. Throw us comments. Throw us a super chat if you feel so inclined.
Awesome. Thank you.
Bulls fall to the Celtics 129-112 is the final. Bulls fall to 26-30 on the year. And with that, they are back to the races.
Back to the races.
That second quarter was fun, Dave. The second quarter was fun.
Yeah, it was.
The second quarter was fun.
Yeah, it was cool.
Second quarter was, what's the word I'm looking for? Competitive.
Well, I think we all knew this was coming. I think we all knew the beatdown was going to happen for the Bulls. It was just a good team against a not-so-good team. They did what I'm used to seeing here previously. Like, you would watch the team, you watch the good team, like, just kind of take their time, hanging out, chilling out in the first half, giving you a little hope, like, oh, maybe, you can come back and do something. And then in the third quarter, say, we're going home. And then not in the third quarter, but then in the fourth quarter, just truly finish it off and say, it's over. Some of those shots they hit, oh, my God.
I mean, some of Jaylen Brown's shots that he made in the second quarter, even though that's when the Bulls were making their little run, Jaylen Brown went on a tear of his own. Mm-hmm. And then in the third quarter, Tatum was just like, all right, I got this. Yes. After a quiet first half, Tatum was just knocking down some disrespectful shots. Mm-hmm. There were a couple of consecutive possessions. First one was Kobe, then it was Caruso. Kobe one was on the right wing. Caruso was top of the key. Both times, just locked Tatum down.
Yes.
Like, would not let him get an inch as he was trying to drive and beat them and get to the rack. Mm-hmm. And then Tatum just said, all right, fine. Step, pivot, step back, drilled it. And then the second one, just ridiculous step back, sidestep, drilled it. Good offense beats good defense every time. Mm-hmm. I thought the Bulls stepped it up defensively, and that allowed them to get back into this game.
Yes.
After trailing by as many as 16 out of the gate. And then the Celtics were like, oh, okay, you strung some stops together in the second quarter. That was cute.
Yes.
We're still the Celtics.
That's it.
And we're the healthy Celtics, and you are the not healthy Bulls. And one of those, as you said, Dave, much better than the other.
Yeah.
Here's a fun one.
Ooh, tell me.
Here's a friendly old friend. Bulls got outscored by 39 behind the three-point line tonight.
I've heard that's a lot.
I mean, we talked in pregame a little bit about how this Celtics team, they are just lethal. They take more threes than any team in the NBA. Their three-point attempt rate is nearly 50% of all field goal attempts are behind the arc for them.
Yes.
And just like they did in that beatdown game in late November, they hit 20-plus threes tonight.
20.
Our guy Goat had the stat when they hit their 20th, early in the fourth quarter.
Yes.
When the Celtics drill 23s this season, undefeated. I believe 8-0. So maybe either now they're 8-0 or now they're 9-0.
Yeah. So I'm assuming when they hit that 20 that they were going to win. I mean, we all knew they were going to.
You think?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah. They got that W. Anytime Luke Cornett starts going off against you, for me, I would like to see that record. What's the record when Luke Cornett starts going off? Because I'm going to think they're undefeated in that one, too. What the hell was that, Luke Cornett? What was that?
What is this?
I don't know what that was.
What is this?
I have no clue. No clue what that was.
You're getting clowned by Luke Cornett.
Yeah. You're in trouble. It's really that simple. 10 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists from Luke Cornett, 5 of 6 from the field. Yeah. He was doing his thing.
You know what the Bulls need to do?
What's that?
They need to sign Luke Cornett.
Oh,
clearly, that's what they need to do.
Man, we did that last time when he had that great game against them with the Knicks, and they signed Luke Cornett because of one game against the Knicks. And then said, "Oh shit! Oh, it's just Luke Cornett." Yeah, we knew.
Ben Dina flips out of the comments. Bulls just yelled, "Robert Horry."
What? It never gets old.
Oh my God!
It never gets old, man.
Chase and Ashley in the comments asking, "Are we going to get any help from the buyout market? Just need more bodies at this point." I mean, we've started to see some of the bigger names on the buyout market already fall.
Yeah,
like fall meaning domino fall. They've chosen where they're going.
Yes,
and it's not the Bulls.
Yes,
I saw Billy Donovan even spoke a little bit about how he and Danilo Gallinari have a great relationship, and maybe there was some conversation that happened there, and then Gallinari went to a team that's gonna go to the what's it called, playoffs. Yeah.
He said, "Oh, thanks, Bill. Word. All right, cool. Hey, man, thanks for the call. All right, I'm hopping on the plane. I'm out of here." There's still some forwards out there. They got to sign someone.
I guess they do, because your only power forward right now is Alex Caruso.
Seriously,
which is funny because he's 6'4". But okay, here's the thing. I don't give a crap about the buyout market.
Sure.
I know we did an episode where we, ran down all the names that go neatly assembled and they're reasonable names. Where I am right now as a Bulls fan, that fourth quarter, and Billy probably should have waved the white flag earlier than he did. Saw Kobe White take a hard fall late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And I damn near had a stroke.
Yeah.
But I don't want some buyout market guy, some random vet who's going to come in and play 20 games so AK can brag about how they went 14-9 in those games and maybe help them win a play-in game. No. Give me all the Julian minutes. Give me all the Io minutes that he wants. Give me all the Dalen minutes. Give me that. Prioritize that over some buyout guy who's just a body, because I don't give a crap what happens in the play-in tournament. I truly don't.
He truly does.
I care about the development of these young guys. Because you know what's been the one redeeming part of this season?
Tell me.
The development of the young guys. More of that. Not some random crap buyout junkie.
Yeah. I think that's why I care a little more about the play-in then. I still would like to see that development continue, getting them to a play-in game, and I still want to see them have a game where they actually play in that kind of game, with or without this play-in buyout guy, magical player who's going to come in and fix everything person that we might be getting.
What's Javonte Green up to these days?
Dude, I did see people start mentioning him and putting up film of him in the G League.
Love right now, even in the comments.
See? Putting him up in the G League. He just told you your power forward 6'4", and our answer can't be, let's go get another 6'4" guy. That can't be the answer. It can't be the answer, man. Nothing against Javonte, all right? But that can't be the answer.
Hear me out, though, Dave.
Let's get shorter.
What if it was the answer?
We're doomed. I'm trying to think. There is one. I can't remember his name right now. And it's not Joe Harris, but it was someone else out there as far as size-wise. I can't think of. I have to look it up and find it. But that's their only chance to do is go get somebody. I don't hate your idea, though, man. I don't hate where your mind is. Wanting to see the young guys play. It was great seeing Julian Phillips actually get out there, hit a three, make a move inside, get the lay-in. It was great seeing Dalen Terry actually getting some real time, and I thought he played pretty well defensively and offensively when he got the chance to run the break and run the ball.
They were both doing work trying to make second possessions happen,
with
crashing
some excellent
the boards
passes
on the
and
offensive
transitions.
end.
Yeah, they did a great job with that, man. So I would love to see more of that. I know everybody wanted to see Bateem actually get into the game, and of course he did. And Joey was thrilled when he walked in. He couldn't wait to talk to everyone here tonight when Bateem walked in.
The Bateem believers were real stoked.
The belief in Bateem.
Also, I was preparing myself for Bateem to knock down a three in garbage time.
Oh, I was ready.
And for so many Bulls fans to be like, why are we playing this guy?
I'm telling you, there's something there. There's something there. Just 1-3 will do it for you. Don't let him go 2 or 4. It's going to be a wrap. But I do want to see him get more time. I would like to see him play. I like to see these young guys just use what you have right now on your bench to the best of your ability. Like, because you need the help. You need the help at 2 positions, at the 3 and the 4, because losing Terry and losing Patrick Williams removes guys who can play both those positions.
Right.
You're going to need help at that.
Right.
So if you got guys with that kind of size who just need the time to get a chance to get out there and show what they can do, give it to them. You're the same team with those guys than you are without them guys. Give it to them. Let them see what they can do, man. Let's see.
Gio in the comments said, that Batum move inside was nice until he got blocked.
There it is.
Yeah. Flip side saying, I'm team Batum.
There it is.
Amari asking, when was the moment you knew we weren't winning this game?
Tip-off.
When I flew back to Chicago Tuesday night and checked the schedule and was like, oh, we got the Celtics Thursday. That's when I knew.
Yeah. I think we talked about it on pregame.
Because they're the Celtics.
We talked about it on pregame. Like, this is now.
And the Bulls are half a mediocre team.
It's true.
Damn competitive second quarter, though.
It's true.
Godwin in the comments saying, I think
quarter.
AK mentioned being competitive rather than watching young players develop. Yeah, cool. I don't give a damn what AK said. There's what the team should be doing, and that's all I care about.
Yeah, and they should be putting those guys out there. Even if you're still talking about remaining competitive, guys still got to play, man.
If there's anything he can hang his hat on right now outside of the delirious world he's living in, his own little bubble, it's that some of the guys, Kobe, who he didn't draft but is the only other piece next to Zach LaVine, he did not trade away when he took his job, and Ayo, a second-round pick who he did draft, the development of those 2 guys this season is the only thing AK currently has to hang his hat on.
Sure.
That's it. So why not make that the focus?
Yeah.
Because as you have been saying for a few weeks now, Dave, you believe if what he defines as competitive is going back to this play-in tournament, they can do it with those guys. 2 birds, 1 stone. You can claim to be competitive while most real Bulls fans laugh in your face at that claim. And also put the focus on the future, a.k.a. developing the young talent you actually have and haven't screwed up yet.
Whoa. Real Bulls fans are buying the tickets, according to AK.
Well, yeah, according to some people, if you read Darnell's
according
column.
to Mystery GM. Mystery GM Carnicelis.
Your fans, not my fans.
Your fans.
Man, that was some crazy flexing shit.
Man.
Yo, I'm gonna pop this Charlie the Bacon Guy cherry right here.
Oh, you gonna pop that? It's got a new
that little cardboard inlay.
All right, this one's for you, Charlie.
Oh, Charlie the Bacon Guy.
He's in the comments. It's in for you, Charlie.
You get the cardboard toss.
Oh, look at him. He's got it situated. Look at the Bacon Guy.
I love a snapback.
See, you got Matt's name on the back of the hat. The Bacon Guy. Like, good job.
Charlie the Bacon Guy.
It could have said anyone. I saw the Bacon Guy, and that's what we're rolling with.
We missed it. You know, he was in studio on Tuesday.
I know. I saw the video and everything. I know you were upset.
In here. I can't tell if I'm just accustomed to it now because we've been here for several hours today, or it's just now starting to fade. But I swear to God, I walked in here earlier this afternoon, and it smelled like bacon. And I was like, wait, I thought he was here Tuesday. It was. It just smelled like bacon in our studios for 3 days.
Joey, do you smell like bacon?
No. It
That's
doesn't
just Matt then.
Well, no, it over there kind of does. And there's a bunch of bacon like seasonings and stuff. And shout out to you, Charlie. I had some bacon jam for the first time. And just like you recommended, I had it on the spoon.
Yes.
So that was
just
for you.
Eat that shit.
Charlie and Bacon got bacon jam. Just eat that shit. That's it right there. That's it right there, man. There's your slogan right there, ladies and gentlemen. And coming from this guy, perfect slogan. You hear me? Just eat it, guys.
It's not hard to sell bacon.
It's not.
pretty much sells itself.
Hey, you like delicious? Want some bacon in your life. But yeah, man, like you mentioned Ayo. I thought he had a really solid game. He played 40 minutes tonight. But yeah, 14 points, 7 rebounds, and 8 assists.
Man.
Which is a dude who is doing work. He always plays well against Boston. 2 of 6 from the 3-point line.
Yeah.
He always plays well against Boston. I thought he did a really solid job tonight. Of course, until the second half, but everybody, it was Boston running them in the second half. He was having to guard the best players, just like Kobe was. Kobe had
to guard Kristaps.
He had to go, man,
several times.
He guarded 4. I saw him on Jalen. I saw him on Tatum. I saw him on Porzingis, and I saw him on White. Like 4 different dudes, man, and he's playing 35 minutes. He's not your defensive stopper, but he's still giving you 20 points. Because he's Kobe White, man. That dude's a machine. 4 of 9 for the 3-point line. Yeah. He's a machine, but I didn't want him to be. You know what I'm saying? And maybe it was because you needed them to because you're out of play. You know what I mean? You're low on players. I get all that. But it just feels like teams are finding a way to get the ball to whoever he's on, and they're trying to pick on him. Don't matter. They're doing switches. Obviously, he didn't start off against Porzingis. That came in a switch. But even when Tatum is bringing the ball straight down, even when Brown is just getting the ball and getting them in the post, Derrick White had 2 and 1s against Kobe White because he would just take them mid-range, go pull that little up and under joint, and then shot it, and it went in. Like Kobe he's being asked to do a ton and a whole lot that he isn't used to do. And admirably, he's doing the best that he possibly can. I don't have anything bad to say about him. I just wish he wouldn't continue to be put in these predicaments. Situations.
It's a random assortment of bad options. They're all bad. You saw briefly in the first quarter, late first quarter, I believe, that Billy went with the Vooch Drummond lineup.
Yeah.
And then it didn't go well.
It did not.
So he stopped doing it.
He did.
It's like pick your poison against the Celtics team. There were a couple of times where, just the Celtics somebody set somebody a down screen, a little pin screen for just a good look at a catch and shoot open three. And this Celtics team, that's all they need. Derrick White, Jalen, Tatum, whoever it is, some of the other, shooters that they have, Hauser, whoever. That's all you need.
That's it.
You hit 23 threes. And,
it's ridiculous. Yeah. You mentioned Hauser. Like, Hauser just came off and just killed him. And we know he's a great three-point shooter and all. It's just they were pulling them from everywhere.
Yeah.
It didn't matter.
Hauser and Pritchard combined to go 5 of 8 from downtown tonight off the bench.
That'll kill you.
Just like, here. We got guys who could do that too. Svi Mikhailiuk, knock one down. That's right. Sure. Why not?
Yeah,
join the party. I mean, dude, Tatum and Derrick White were both 5 of 10 from downtown. What you supposed to do?
What are you gonna do?
What you gonna do?
Bulls 1 of 3 off the bench.
And for first half Bulls, especially second quarter Bulls, made the comeback, hung in there, took a 3-point lead at half.
They did.
Putting up 62.
They did.
And a lot of it was guys moving off the ball, the Bulls making the extra pass, getting dribble penetration, and then getting those interior looks to then kick out to guys who were knocking down their shots. That's like that. The Bulls worked that formula, and it was a combination of that, and then Vooch actually taking advantage of occasional mismatches and scoring inside.
And you heard Stacey King mentioning that point earlier about Kobe White being off ball. You wanted to see him more off ball, getting that. And DeMar DeRozan's first assist was to Kobe White off ball when he came back in that third quarter. I remember I mentioned he only sat for like 2 minutes, and he come back in.
Oh man!
And he found him baseline for his first assist of the game. Yeah. So when the ball movement is crisp and guys are moving off ball and can hit their shots, they're on point. But again, this is just what you're dealing with all year long, is because you're not a 3-point shooting team. Right. They're not going to be accustomed to doing stuff like that.
The Bulls had 30 team assists tonight. Great number. I think it tailed off a little bit towards the end. I mean, their efficiency of field goals, total of field goals that were assisted in the first half was crazy high. Yeah. But again, it's a numbers game. Yeah. It doesn't matter how well you're moving the ball. And then also, the pace that they did not maintain on the 3-point line, nor with Vooch's interior game. Vooch even knocked down the Dirk tonight.
Vooch knocked down another Dirk.
We've been seeing him take more of, and everyone in our comments, every time it comes up, it's like, dude, stop that. Please stop. Yes. What will it take to have you stop doing that? Another 3 years, $60 million guaranteed? Is that what it'll take for you to stop taking that shot? He even knocked down that tonight on his way to a 20 points on 9 of 12 first half stat line.
9 rebounds as well.
Yeah. And he finished with 22.
And how many rebounds?
14. So at least he did a little bit more rebounding work in the second half. But he had 20 at half and finished with 22.
2 points.
Looked like we were on our way to maybe having one of those nights where it was like, wow, Vooch, finally useful. Thanks, buddy. That was a great Vooch game. It was a great Vooch half.
So you say 2 points and 5 rebounds is what he walked away with in the second half. Yeah. Many opportunities. We saw that. We know the threes are going to come. We saw opportunity him going to get layups and just throwing it off the side of the backboard, missing those. Jump hook wouldn't fall. I think the only one that he hit was DeMar DeRozan when he went to the bucket. He kicked it out to Vooch. Got a little mid-range step back. You know what I mean? And that was pretty much it.
Yep.
And the game was well in hand, like by that point. But yeah, man, like Vuce did his best. Everybody kind of did their best as far as hitting their shots and doing what they needed to do in that first half, because even how the game started, Boston started off running them. Mm-hmm. And then the Bulls, as you were saying, kind of pulled them back in with their defense and hitting timely shots. And they got it rolling. They got it going. And then in that third quarter, it's just what happens to those teams who can't measure up to these better teams. It happens all the time, man.
The Bulls also fell victim to just some sloppy half-court offense in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Just came out flat.
Yeah.
And the Celtics were like in the same span of possessions for Boston. We're like, well, we're just gonna run you out off the floor.
That's it.
The Bulls had just disjointed possessions that ended in turnovers, bad shots, miscommunication, and every time down the floor the other way, the Celtics were just like bucket, because we're the Celtics.
And it would come from literally one person. Because I remember the Jaylen Brown run, where he just completely went on by himself, and I promise you, he scored like 10 of those 13 in a row that he had in that third quarter. And then the fourth quarter, Tatum was like, my turn.
Yeah.
I got this. Let's do this right now. And it was buckets for him all day.
Chocolate Salty Bulls in the comments saying they did their best and the team is still trash. Open your eyes, AK. So, okay, I had this thought, and it was somewhere late first quarter when there's like, oh, the Bulls are down big. Oh, maybe they're making a little comeback here. And I was thinking, best case scenario, what AK, at least from paraphrasing from his own words at his trade deadline press conference, is driving towards is to be competitive, trying to make the playoffs if that means going through the play-in. Mm-hmm. The Bulls are 9th. As of tonight's loss, they're 5.5 games back of 6th. Mm-hmm. They're not getting out of the play-in tournament before the play-in tournament starts.
Correct.
If they find their way to the playoffs, it will be because they managed to win probably the 9-10 game, and then the winner of that game versus loser of 7-8.
Yeah.
That is their path to going to the actual big boy playoffs.
That's the path.
The Celtics are the team that will be there waiting for them. Mm-hmm. That's the goal. That's the best case scenario, to go through all of this. And, well, you know, we can't trade Andre Drummond and get some picks for down the road for him because, like, we needed him to beat Memphis and Charlotte to keep our spot in the 9th seed. If that's the reasoning here, if that's what you're seeing to stay competitive, also we can get our asses kicked by Boston. And then I saw, shout out to our guy Cody Wessler of 670.
Shout out Cody.
Because that was racking my internal monologue. And then I saw him have a tweet that basically said the exact same thing. Because I'm like, that's what I'm seeing here. What's the point? Because that is not a team that you can compete with. It's just not.
Not on Boston's level. Boston's going to kill you in the first round. Your best case, your only hope, I thought, in my scenario, was playing the 2 seed if you had the Cavs. I would love to watch them play the Cavs. And I still think they'll get their ass whooped. But it would be more fun for me to sit there and watch that game. I put it like this. It would be more fun for me to watch them lose by 6 than watch them lose by 35 in 4 straight. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think that would be more fun for me. They're still losing. Like, let's not get that twisted.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's what the case. But playing Boston, he's right. That's going to be an ass whooping. You got to learn, man. Take the ass whooping.
We have got to take our first break. We'll do that quickly. Then we'll come back on the other side. We'll hear from Will to Go Gottlieb.
Goes here?
Go talk on the other side. Hit that like button while we're sharing these words from our friends and sponsors. The first of which is our good friends at Ray Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram.
Ray.
Are you in the market for a new vehicle? If you are, we've got great news because our partner Ray Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Fox Lake is celebrating President's Day sales event all month long. You know what that means? You're able to shop presidential savings on their wide selection of inventory. For a limited time, you can get 20% off MSRP on all remaining new 2023 Jeep Gladiator models with dealer discount. They're number 1 for new vehicle quality among midsize trucks, says J.D. Power.
What?
And that's not all. Shop their last call on select Dodge Challenger and Charger models. Dodge is the most powerful muscle car brand, so you don't want to miss out on their last call with over 20 Dodge muscle cars still to choose from. At Ray CDJR, you'll always be able to shop one of Chicagoland's largest inventories and drive home with more money in your pocket than you'd expect thanks to that raised price promise. You know what it is. It's that the price you see on their website is the price you'll pay when you go to the dealership and say, hey, I want this car for this price. The only way that it will ever change is if they find you more savings when you go to the dealership, and that's what they will try to do. That's not all, though. Just for listening to us fine folk at CHGO, you can get a free oil change. Just mention CHGO at the service center or mention CHGO when you book that oil change online, RayCDJR/service. You got to schedule it before February 29th.
Do that.
You got that extra day, leap day.
Yes, you do.
Make it count. Go to Ray's. For more information, visit RayCDJR in Fox Lake or RayCDJR.com. Serve the community since 1963.
I got a lot. Throw Joey. Tell me what time it is.
Good job. Oh.
You shouldn't have to worry when you're buying tickets to your next big event. Game Time is a fast and easy way to buy tickets to all the sports, music, comedy, and theater events nearest you with killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their best price guarantee. Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying those tickets. Game Time has deals on tickets right up to the start of the event and even an hour after it starts. It is not the place. No. It is the place to find last-minute seats, find exclusive flash deals, and sponsor deals on tickets for football, hockey, basketball, baseball, concerts, comedy, theater, and much, much more. And with the zone deals, you pick the section, and Game Time does the selecting for an average savings of that pack.
Double drum roll.
18%.
Ayo.
18% savings, y'all. Game Time guarantee means you'll always, and I mean always, get the best price possible. So take the guesswork out of buying those tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use that code CHGO. Get your wonderful self $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account. You deem the code CHGO. $20 off is what you're going to get. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Because Matt Pack, what time is it?
Game Time. Also, go talk time.
That's where he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Joining us on that Go Talk hotline is our guy, Will the Go Gottlieb, Will_Gottlieb for all of his Bulls reporting and updates. Goat, Bulls made that competitive in that second quarter, baby. How about that comeback? Led the Celtics at halftime. You know somebody in particular is happy about that.
I mean, you have to be, right? Half of a competitive game is a competitive game.
That's how I've always understood it to be. I'm sure you want to talk about the three-point disparity because you're you.
Yeah, I'd love to. So it was Celtics 23 of 47 from three, and it was Bulls 10 of 28. So Celtics made 5 fewer threes than the Bulls attempted. So 39-point disparity. And yeah, I mean, it's tough to make a living in this league, especially when you're giving up that amount of threes. But it's even harder to make that up when you aren't taking and making nearly enough. So 28 is kind of a number that you would have seen last year. I think the Bulls have been better this season, attempting threes and just like generating good shots in general. But over the last stretch of games, that does feel like it's declined a little bit. And yeah, I mean, they put the Celtics on the free throw line more, so you can't really make it up there. They did have the edge in offensive rebounding, so that's great. But 13 turnovers to 13 turnovers. So you're not making up any of that margin anywhere. And when that's the case, you're going to lose games. That's just kind of how it is. The 39-point advantage from deep is really tough to overcome if you're not winning the second chance points battles, the free throw battle, and just like getting easier shots around the floor. So it's a gap that Billy Donovan has mentioned several times. You know, this team has very little margin for error in general. And you kind of saw why the Celtics are the class of the East, class of the league, because they just have all these guys. And Billy and Vooch, who talked after the game, kind of mentioned it too. It's like the Bulls don't have guys that can just dribble, ISO, step back three. And the Celtics have a lot of those guys. And the talent gap was just really on display. And I think that kind of manifested itself in all those made threes. And yeah, I think the Bulls are probably in a position where internally they feel like they can compete with most of these teams in the Eastern Conference. Like nobody's really been kind of like far and away better than everybody else except for the Celtics. And I think that was kind of how things shook out tonight.
Well, I'm kind of curious if you can break this down but watching Kobe White tonight, defensively, especially against the Celtics, it seemed like he was guarding pretty much everyone on the team. He ended up against Derrick White. We saw him against Tatum. We saw him against Brown. You saw him against Porzingis even. Is this just happening because of the rotations on the defense, because of the switches? Are they just picking on him, or is it just the man that he is being told to guard and then they're just going to work?
So I mentioned the talent gap between these two teams. Like the Celtics are in a position where they can just like pick on mismatches all game long because they know that they've got you spread 5 out. They've got Porzingis and Tatum and Jalen and Drew and Derrick White, and then they bring in Hauser or Horford. All these guys can shoot. Cornette can shoot. Peyton Pritchard can shoot it. So they basically spread you out, and they try to make you contest threes. And if you can't do that or you contest too hard, then you open up driving lanes where they have chances to post up or get drives and force you to come over and help. And now you're in rotation where you're giving up threes. If they're not doing that, they're picking on mismatches. They've got Tatum, they've got Jalen, Drew at times can do it. Porzingis is great at this, where they just say, all right, where's the smallest guy on the court? You come here, set a screen for me. Now we switch. Now I got you in the post. And again, you can either go shoot over the top if you're Porzingis, or you can post up and draw 2, and now you've got the other team in rotation. And we've seen teams go at Kobe like this. I think the Heat in that 2-game set really stand out, where Jimmy was just really picking on Kobe all 4 times they played this year. And I think that's going to happen from time to time. But they are really just a team, the Celtics are, that don't mess around. They find the mismatches and they press on them, and they press on them until you figure it out. And when that happens, then they've got a couple of other ways they can, start to break you down. So it's just a really, really good team. And when they're making shots like this, there's just not much you can do.
Will, we saw the Bulls, as you briefly mentioned, fell behind big in the first quarter tonight. We've seen that happen plenty this season, but not as much lately. Back when they played the Celtics in late November, they were pretty much doing that every night, spotting their team, their opponent a double-digit lead. And more recently, we have seen them have issues coming out of the break in these third quarters. We saw both tonight against this Boston team. I'm curious if Billy Donovan had anything in his post-game remarks about what he saw to be the bigger problem tonight. Aside from, okay, yeah, we got our butts kicked behind the three-point line. It's the Celtics. You kind of expect that. Which is more problematic, the lead they spot Boston in the first quarter, or the way that the wheels kind of fell off in the third?
Probably both. I mean, if you look at, one of the things that stood out to me that Billy said after the game was I don't think from a Celtics standpoint that their shot making changed that much from half to half. It was all these other things from our standpoint, from the Bulls' competitive edge, from their ability to get stops and not have to take the ball out underneath the basket every single time and remove transition. I thought they did a pretty good job offensive rebounding, but when you put that Vuce and Drummond lineup out there, that really the Celtics can pick on that because they really spread you out. Now Vuce has to chase guys around the perimeter, and that's not easy for him. So I think when you kind of let your competitive edge or your effort level slip at all against a team like this, it can just unravel really quickly. And that was kind of one of the things that Billy mentioned after the game, which was concerning to him, which was they got, maybe they gave up some tough shots and then they couldn't get back on the other end. And all of a sudden that 3-point lead is a 5-point deficit and they could hang around there. And then boom, 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 you've gotten 2 or 3 more threes and they're down 14 and now the game's kind of over. So it's just the margin for error. Again, you have to be basically playing perfect basketball throughout the course of a game. You can't have these you can have mistakes, but you can't have mistakes on mistakes because that's really where they can, start things unraveling. And it just felt like that third quarter in particular. And I actually looked it up after I saw the tweet from our account. The Bulls have a plus 0.5 net rating in third quarter. So it's not as bad as we thought. But this game, just 37-21 in the third, it was over.
Well, you mentioned you spoke, Vooch spoke to you guys after the game. We saw the first half that he had the 20 points, the 9 rebounds, 9 to 12 from the field. And then the second half, 2 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 of 7 from the field. What I'm sure he's asked about that, but what did he have to say about his game tonight?
Yeah, I asked Billy about it after the game. He kind of said they looked to him on the first possession of the second half. They tried to keep him involved, and to him, it just kind of seemed like shots weren't going in. I remember the last 3 or 4 possessions that he was in the game, he kind of launched a layup off the glass that just kind of missed everything. He did end up hitting 1 shot late, but I think some of it was just he was making shots in the first half and the second half, not so much. He said he wanted to go back and look and see if there were kind of opportunities for him to be a little bit more aggressive at times, but just with the way that the Celtics kind of pressed on them, they weren't able to get anything quickly in transition or semi-transition to where he could get to his spots early on in the offense and take advantage. And then, the post hooks, those are not super efficient shots in general. And so when he's making them, it looks great, but it's just not something that he can shoot, 85% on throughout the course of the game. So part of it is just like he's going to make some shots, he's going to miss some shots, and that just happened to be in chunks tonight. But I think also on the Bulls, I don't think they stopped looking for him, but I think they kind of weren't able to get to him in his spots at the right times throughout a shot clock to where he could really take advantage. And I think that's part of the issue that we talked about with the team's energy and compete level, where they're, giving up a couple of runs here, and now all of a sudden the game is really slowed down and they're not really in their sets the same way that they were when things were cooking for them in the second quarter.
Will, you mentioned in one of your recent columns coming out of the All-Star break, a few different key situations that will really define what happens with the Bulls here down the final stretch of 27 games. One of them being the minutes and the coupled with that injury situation. We touched in pregame on the updates on Pat and Torrey, neither of which are good. And we also, heard in a column of yours, Billy's thoughts on the number of minutes in particular that not just Kobe and DeMar are playing, but even Caruso, who Billy is always wary of playing big minutes. Caruso played 30 tonight, DeRozan 36, Kobe 35. We saw Julian Phillips as sixth man. We saw just a brief Vooch Drummond situation together on the floor. We saw Dalen, and then we even saw Terry Taylor, Bateem, mop up minutes. What if you're Billy Donovan? Do you have a similar approach to tonight's game for the foreseeable future until at least one of Pat or Torrey Craig come back, if and when that happens? Because right now, this is what they got.
Yeah, they're playing with what they got. I think there's always a possibility of them finding somebody on the buyout market. That is still an option. But for now, they kind of have like a 7.5, 8-man rotation. I think we're going to see a little bit more of the Drummond and Vooch lineup together. The Celtics make that pretty difficult just with the way that they space the floor out. But they went to it when, Horford and Cornette were on the court together. I think they're going to try to find times where they can go to that, not because, it's necessarily working really well, but it's because it's like one of the lineups that they can get away with where Drummond can play more than 12, 15 minutes a game. So I would expect to see that. Real opportunities here for Julian Phillips and Dalen. I thought Julian played really well. It seems like he's starting to get it a little bit more. The game's obviously moving really fast for him, but hit a three in the corner, had a couple of nice drives where he was attacking closeouts. Defensively, he's still learning, but these are really important minutes for him and for Dalen to start to absorb meaningful NBA reps. And I think that's super valuable as you look at guys like Ayo and Kobe, who have really, developed over the past year and a half, just by getting meaningful minutes in big games. So I think this is a real opportunity for them. I think opportunistically, they'll look to use Javon maybe a little bit more. They put him out there with Pritchard, who is obviously a smaller guard on the Celtics side, but yeah, they're a thin lineup, and they're also top heavy and bottom heavy, and not a lot of length and big wings in the middle. So they're just kind of playing with what they have until maybe somebody signs on the buyout market.
That's it.
Will, thank you for joining us, man. We appreciate it. Bulls fans, if you aren't already for some silly reason, follow our guy Will Goat for all of his wonderful Bulls reporting and updates. Will_Gottlieb is the Twitter handle. Read everything he writes, allchgo.com. Great mailbag that just dropped for the diehards a few days ago during All-Star. Go give that a read if you haven't yet. If you haven't read it yet because you're not a diehard yet, what are you waiting for? Sign up.
Sign up.
Will, get home safe from the madhouse, buddy. We will see you and talk to you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Peace out, sir.
The GOAT.
I
missed the Quaff.
Quaff was thickened tonight.
I was watching his episode with Mark from yesterday, and I was delightful. I missed you guys. I didn't miss the Bulls, but I missed you guys.
This makes it fun.
Missed Joey and all of his Texas shirts.
He's got a ton of them, don't he?
Missed you and your hoodies.
I got a ton of those.
your gams.
Got it all. Shout out to Julia.
Julia
shouting out the gams.
Made note that the gams were out.
Can I get to the gams?
I am not upset about these 50-something degree February days.
I'm supposed to hate global warming. I'm supposed to.
Oh, we're all doomed.
But if I'm going out, let me go out with the gams out.
Life is a party. Let's live it up while we can.
Yeah, man, it's all about living for now and not worrying about the future. He's
Good time, not a long time.
That's what he says all the time.
That's my motto.
One more year is all I say.
Let's take our second break. We'll come back, wrap up with a few more thoughts on tonight's game. Hear from more of you out there in Bulls Nation. We'll get to any super chats we got lying around. Throw us one while we're reading these ads if you feel like it. and hit that like button. You can do both of those things in this quick ad read. What do we have up next?
Oh, stuff I want to talk about.
Oh, please talk, Dave.
Yes. And
Talk
that is
to me.
beer. Oh, I've been wanting to talk about Coors Light for a second. We've been under wraps with it. I couldn't speak on it. I couldn't show it. And it was hurting my feelings because I was enjoying it. Everybody kept asking me, what's in the blue cup? What's in the cup? What's going on? Couldn't tell them. Now I can show you what it was right now. That delicious Coors Light. Whether it's your team stressing you out or life in general, sometimes pretty good, man. You did good. Did good. Sometimes things can feel chaotic.
Oh, seriously.
Sometimes. But that's why Coors Light helps you find moments to chill all year long.
Woosah.
Yes. That's cool. When you drink a Coors, that's the sound it makes when you open it.
Yeah.
Woosah. When you open a Coors Light, woosah. That's what you hear, man. Delicious. I love it when you call me Bunny Nose. Oh, I love these. Listen, Coors Light is awesome, man. I remember I was at a barbecue a couple years back, and I'm just saying because this is what Coors Light really, really comes in handy outside of it being good. But I got there and I walked in. I'm saying what's up to everybody like that. And when I walked over by the cooler, everybody was like, "Hey, man, what's up? You want a drink in there?" And I look in there and I see it's number Coors Light, right? I looked and I saw them Blue Mountains and they weren't.
They weren't blue?
They weren't blue.
Weren't blue yet?
And I was like, I'm good. I knew immediately they were not frosty cold. And Coors Light for real is one of the only beers, or the only one that I know of that does that. Where I could look at it and be like, it's not ready yet. Not ready yet. This thing turns frosty blue when the frosty coldness is in it, man. I love the technology. Yes, the premium can technology. I like it a lot. It comes in handy. And when it's at its maximum peakness of cold.
Oh, man.
Oh, delicious. Going down, man. Always smooth. All right? Got to enjoy your Coors Light. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. And it's, you drink it and you can just chill.
Yeah.
That's it. You put your feet up. I associate it with putting my feet up.
Oh, yes.
I really do. I put my feet up. I chill out. That's
End
what
of the
Coors Light
day,
is.
all chores done.
Yeah.
All adulting done.
Or even like, because we're, super adults.
Yeah.
We just can wake up and be like, I'm chilling.
I'm chilling all day today.
I'm chilling all day, man.
All-Star weekend?
That's it.
I was Coors chilling all day.
Not do another Super Bowl going on. You know what I'm saying? No matter, I am not doing anything. I'm chilling out with one of these Frosty Coors Lights. And you can do the same thing, y'all, because when the mountain turns blue, it's as cold as the Rockies. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. When it's time to chill, open a Coors Light. It's the mountain cold refreshment, crisp and refreshing as the Colorado Rockies. So when it's time, y'all, Coors Light is the beer that I reach for, Matt reached for. Joey grabs him one of them too. It's how we get down, y'all. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door. And I mean straight to your door. Instacart. I know you got it. I know you use it. That's what you use. Instacart. CoorsLight.com/CHGO basketball. That's CoorsLight.com/CHGO basketball. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado, because it's Coors Light. Find your chill.
We need a sound effect for Coors Light.
He gave it.
Yeah.
What do you think? I was thinking maybe like a train horn, like choo.
Look like the icy Coors Light train
Yeah, like those
from their commercials.
Yeah, it was like that because that was a thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
There was some association
It's like
between
somewhere
Coors and
that's
train.
unbearably hot and like
Oh, the
the
train of
AC
ice
breaks or
comes
there's no
in.
running water or whatever. It's just a bunch of hot, sweaty, miserable looking people, and then they all hear like a little something coming
People all over
from the
the
distance.
world.
Stars Light Train.
Love train.
It comes crashing through like Kool-Aid Man style, but it's just an icy train filled with ice cold
Icy
beers,
cold.
and the mountains are blue.
Dude, these cups, man.
Oh, dude,
that
these
that
cups
could
are
work
great.
too.
Awesome.
Gotta
You're
get
my
some of
boy, Blue. Something like that.
You're my boy. That's what it says. You're my boy. When you open it. You're my boy.
That's what the can says.
You're like, that's what the can says, man.
I saw Blue.
That's it. It's all
You
blue.
look beautiful. You look glorious.
It is one of the best like crack a Coors Light chill moments when it's a Saturday or Sunday and you knew you had some like chores to get done.
Yeah.
and then you get them done, and you're like, ooh, it's Coors Light time. What you could do to make one of those chores even easier to then enjoy your Coors Light chill time, if you have been thinking and nagging yourself or being nagged by someone else who you live with about that pesky flooring that you need to get done. Knock it out with Empire today.
Bow.
And then have yourself a Coors Light.
Pow, pow.
With Empire, you get shop at home convenience, the right product for your needs, quick and professional installation, and a low price guarantee. Empire's the best place to get new flooring, so of course they've got copycats amongst their wannabe competitors.
Jerks.
But Empire can't be beaten on quality. Can't be beaten on service.
Nope.
No. They can't be beaten on speed. All competitors try to do is advertise low-quality products that Empire simply won't carry. Not going to bother.
Nope.
It's junk flooring that they wouldn't put in their home. They're not going to tell you to put it in yours. Empire's philosophy is simple. Help you find what you need, not overwhelm you with thousands of bad, poor choices. Crappy substitutes. None of that. What they leave out of their selection is just as important as what they put into it. They also have a very helpful feature they call the Virtual Floor Designer. A great way to see how different flooring options would look in any space in your home. It's easy. Just snap a picture, swipe through some options, and you can see how it looks with your lighting fixtures, whatever they may be, your lamp lighting, your overhead lighting, the decor, the artwork on your walls, the plant in the corner that's still alive because you're good at keeping houseplants alive. I am not this specific example of a person. I'm talking about you out there who can keep your houseplants alive.
That's right.
They pride themselves on their convenient shop at home service. Service also all of their own warranties.
All of them?
Yep. If any issue does happen to arise, just call Empire. They will send their team to come out and take care of it for you. No tracking down third-party manufacturers. Schedule a free and-home estimate today. All listeners can receive a $350 discount. That's right, $350 when they use promo code CHGO. Restrictions apply. See EmpireToday.com/CHGO for details. Shout out to our guy Stephen Garner, who I saw on Twitter was giving some Slash love.
Oh, yes, he was enjoying the slash. Enjoying the slash.
And it sounded like the way I read his tweet, it sounded like he's doing some of his own ad reads these days. And I was like, he's inspired by the Slash.
Sliding in.
Dude, practice makes perfect.
Hey, man.
Mr. Garner.
I'm glad I can inspire. It's what I do. And I appreciate that. Glad I can help change lives with a slash.
Slash and a Coors Light chill.
Ooh, Coors Light. Got a fridge full of Coors Light. Man, look, I'm just happy. I'm just happy about it. I am.
I mean,
it's awesome stuff, man. It's awesome stuff. All right.
When we were doing that AMA episode that we pre-recorded last Thursday, someone was asking us about ideal job switcheroos, and you and I were both like,
kind of the job we want.
There's beer in our office fridge, and we're encouraged to drink it while we work.
Encouraged to drink.
We're not the richest people in Chicago, but
might be the happiest.
The perks don't suck.
I mean, they don't suck, man. I can't complain about it, bro. Like they say, hey, be yourself, be more of that, and we'll give you a check for it and some beer.
Yeah. The beer helps on a night when the Bulls were competitive. Yeah, lost.
They did.
So close.
Well, they got some. I believe is New Orleans next to them?
I think they. Oh yes, they are.
Okay.
On Sunday, Pelicans. I was like, I knew they have one softie coming up. It's Pelicans next on Sunday, and then Pistons. Tuesday.
Yeah.
And that's the front half of a back-to-back, and the Cavs are the second half of that back-to-back.
Yeah, I'm honestly excited to play the Cavs again. I am. That game was fun. I really enjoyed that game. The atmosphere of it, like they didn't like each other, and it kind of showed. And I like that stuff, man. I miss rivalries, and having a rivalry within your division is always fun for me. So yeah, I want to see that again. I want to see them play Detroit. Not Detroit. I want to see them play Cleveland again.
Charlie in the comments saying Pistons aren't a softie, or Pelicans aren't a softie. Pistons might low key beat us. Pistons, you should take care of them.
You should take care of them.
They're bad,
Pistons, bro.
But the Pelicans, yes, they have been cruising. 34-22 are the Pelicans. Just been going on a tear. I think part of what has helped them recently is they're finally getting healthy.
Yes.
The team has just had been riddled with injury problems
True.
for years. Like for most of the time that the Zion, Brandon Ingram, McCollum trio has been together, that core has been together, they've had injury problems. But recently, man.
No, they've been on it. And you know what's wild? Like Zion is 23 years old. That's it. He's 23. You would think he's like 26.
Kobe's draft class.
Kobe's draft class.
Kobe's draft class. Yes. And Kobe just turned 24 a couple days ago.
Yes. Happy birthday.
Shout out to Joe. Made that dope-ass Kobe birthday graphic for us.
Also, get you one of these Kobe hoodies. I'm going to just show it again to you.
Sub-Zero. Yeah. Pelicans, after kind of a rocky start, have vaunted all the way to 5th in the West.
Yeah. Formidable.
Winners of 4 straight. The Bulls will see them on Sunday.
Won't be easy, man.
So
you got the match. Oh my God! I just thought of the matchup. Who the hell is guarding Zion? I just thought of him. Oh my God!
Kobe White,
because Pat ain't there and Torrey ain't there. Oh no!
Alex Caruso.
He'll be broken by the first quarter. Oh no!
No, the answer is the Bulls don't have someone who can guard a healthy Zion.
Oh, that's scary. And then Brandon Ingram's out there too. Like, yeah, size is really going to kick the Bulls right in the happy place.
Terrible matchups for the Bulls.
Yeah.
Zion and BI.
Yeah. And I think you're right. Like Drewish, like Taylor, he'll definitely get some tick in that game.
Oh, yeah.
Julian Phillips would definitely play. Dalen Terry will definitely play. Like those guys would get time.
I would love to see Julian give his best shot against BI.
Yeah.
I mean, asking Julian to guard Zion is just mean and pointless for everyone.
Yes. Dude, he's going to have a, man.
God.
I don't envy their task.
Do you think Zion's body mass is twice or 3 times that of Julian Phillips?
I'm going to go 4.
Going to go 4X.
I'm going to go 4.
That's a hard 4X.
I think you can stretch a 4 out of that. I think you can stretch a 4 up out of that, man. Because I'm looking at Julian's legs when he was inbound the ball.
Zion sprinkles Julian Phillips's on his pizza. Plural.
Oh, man.
Multiple Julian Phillipses.
The only way you can go against guys like that who are bigger than you is to try to get them in foul trouble. That's the best thing you can try to do against that. So hopefully somebody can be crafty in there. And Kobe White, I'm looking at you. He's pretty crafty with that. So you got to draw some fouls on Zion, man, because that dude is huge and he's athletic. And oh my goodness, he's been playing super well. Last game he dropped 36 before the All-Star break. So
man,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, who do you think Billy puts on Zion out of the gate?
That's what I'm saying, man. I have no idea.
None of your options are good.
Like, none of them are good.
None of your options are good.
Even if I say Drummond, it's not a good option.
Terrible.
You know what I mean?
Terrible. He's going to get 6 fouls in 2 minutes.
Because he's not fast enough to keep up with that guy. And springy enough, like, but that might be your option, honestly. It might be your only option because I cannot put Caruso on him.
No.
You can't put Caruso on him, man. You might have to start the bigs. You might have to go with the 2 bigs in that one, man. So, I don't know. I don't envy the task of Billy Donovan, bro.
Pelicans got a win tonight over the Rockets, 127-105. Zion put up a modest 27 points and 10 dimes in that one. And it's something that I think the Pelicans went away from for a while. I'm talking like the last couple of seasons, and then recently seems to have embraced again, which is like point forward Zion, at least for certain stretches.
Yes, sir.
Of their offensive game plan. I mean,
you're right about that.
A pretty efficient 12 of 21 for Zion from the field tonight, and 10 dimes. I mean, my God.
Yeah, 8 dimes that last game I was just talking about.
Also had 2 steals and a block. Like, Mike, who?
He's springy. And he's healthy.
Okay, like if Zion goes off on Sunday, Bulls fans, not all Bulls fans, the Billy non-believers, Billy haters if you prefer, are going to be like, oh my God, terrible game plan from Billy. What's yours? With what Billy has at his availability right now.
Yeah.
Looking at this matchup coming up on Sunday, what's your plan? Let me hear your great plan.
Let's see your work.
Because I'm sitting here saying none of the options are good.
Yeah, none of them is good, man. And you just don't match up well at all against this kind of team with that kind of size and that kind of athleticism. I mean, even Murphy, Herb Jones. I mean, Jones is a problem too. I mean, Larry Nance Jr., another tall dude. I mean, and of course, your favorite, Grand Theft Alvarado. You got to deal with that.
Sneaky son of a bitch.
Sneaky. That's sneaky.
I am very sneaky, sir.
Yeah, they're a problem. And Zion is the main problem. But then, like you said, Ingram behind that is another problem, man. They don't match up well with either one of those guys, man. It's tough.
You don't have to answer it if you don't want to. But Anthony in the comments.
What's up?
Big Dave, you're a Sox fan. Need to hear your thoughts on $1.7 billion Jerry's asking for from us as fans after he blamed us for why he doesn't spend and wanting to move.
Oh, is he out of his damn mind? Listen, no. I'm not giving him a dime. Don't give him nothing. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? This dude gonna ask for some more money on a stadium that you can still play in right now? Are you for real? No, guys, I don't have it all. You know what? I left my wallet in the car. I can't pay for it right now, guys. I left it in the car right now. Get the hell out of my face with that, dog. And then gonna pull that same bullshit. Well, there are other teams. I mean, if we go another owner, they might take the team. Oh, well, I would call your bluff on that shit. Are you kidding me? I'm not paying another dime for that, and nobody should. You should not have to be, after the performance of the team and what you did to that team, after you destroy that team, you're like, well, what the problem is a new stadium. You already got them to pay for the stadium. You got us to pay for the stadium that's there now. And you're telling me that's not good enough? No, we need to be somewhere else. We need to be downtown and get that stadium. That'll be better for us, guys. People will really start choking. The hell out of here with that. Fine, get you a stadium. Pay for it yourself. You need some money to pay for it. You own two teams. Let one go. You can pay for another one that way, dog. Are you out of your mind? Who has that gall and audacity to come to you and ask you for something like that? At the trash that you've been trotting out here, man. Get out of my face with that shit. That's bull. It's bull, Anthony. I was pissed when I heard about it, when I saw it. Absolutely bullshit. Bull shit. That's how I felt. That's how I felt, man.
It made me so happy.
It's trash, dog. Like, who does that?
Not hearing that, watching you do that.
Okay.
That made me.
Ridiculous, dog. Like, that's just, it was maddening.
It
was maddening.
It is so tone deaf.
Man.
And entitled.
Yes.
And like rich white men continuing to fail upward.
Yep.
But that's his favorite type of person.
Favorite thing.
That's why I asked AK and Eversley to give you-know-who a second chance before kicking his dumb bald ass out of town. White man fail upward. Here's a paycheck.
I don't really got it, guys. I don't
Money, please.
Money, please.
Bitch, no.
You ain't got no money, dog. Like, God damn, you ask these people.
Hey,
pay one of the highest tax rates in America.
You need some money. More? You need some money for a little stadium project for the team you really love. How about you sell the other team you own?
Get rid of them then.
That's worth $4 billion.
Yeah.
How about that?
Get you some money that way.
Just an idea.
Simple idea,
man.
Because they ask taxpayers for it.
All of Chicago. It's just like
north, south, east, west,
dude.
They all joined in. Like, what the hell?
Why are we all trapped with this person?
Even Luke Stuckmeyer was on the Gun Show,
dude,
going off about this shit. Like, are you kidding me? Like, he's asking for more money.
As I walked in today, Sean and Herb were talking about it on the CHGO. Like, dude, everyone's just like, "What? Dude, are you tripping face?"
Shout out to Lawrence Holmes and Dan Bernstein on their show. Because they just were dropping complete facts about all that. You know what I mean? And everything that they had to say about that was great. Honestly, it was great. It was a great listen. I love Lawrence Holmes, man. On the air. I love him. I do.
Roll Tide.
Shout out to him.
Roll Tide.
House of L. Shout out to House of L, man. But it was great.
I'm just kidding, Joe.
It was great. You should hear what he had to say. It was.
I know what you're referring to, and it was great.
All the respect. All the respect.
Joey, should we knock out a super chat or two? Should we do that?
Sure, we can. The Duke. There was once a man from the second city who dreamed his team was quite shitty. He woke up at night with the terrible fright to find his team was a pity.
Busting out the limericks, and it's not even March yet.
Well done.
Duke is always ahead of the game.
Well done.
Ahead of the curve.
Getting prepared. He can't
wait.
Like
that.
Matthias Seach.
That's my boy, Matthias.
Matthias.
Glen Allen Lakers for life, baby.
Glen Allen Lakers for life, Matthias. Love the competitive 2.5 quarters, AK.
Oh, the most competitive 2.5 quarters.
Oh, super.
It's generous, 2.5. I'd say 1.5.
Yeah, 1.5.
Second quarter,
1.5.
competitive.
The end of the first.
End of the first.
In the whole second
competitive.
Quarter. Yes.
1.5.
Yeah.
Second half, not so much.
Not so much, man.
And finally, I like this idea here. Reagan should do a stream to help people choose a temporary new team.
Ooh.
AK's execs are out there saying they don't consider people who can't make it to the UC as fans.
Yeah.
Not staying where I'm not wanted. Yikes.
I mean, that is a fascinating way that was interpreted.
Yeah.
And shout out to Reagan and Matthias and the Duke. Appreciate you guys for the super chats. We can kind of make this our Jerry Springer final thought for the night. We touched on it briefly in pregame. If you haven't read it, if you don't subscribe to The Athletic, just my personal recommendation, I think you should, because our friend Darnell Mayberry does an incredible job.
Shout out.
Along that Bulls beat with our guy, Wildy Goat. But it was his intro, his lead-in into his mailbag, and it was in reference to a conversation he had with a high-up Bulls executive, unnamed, and it was about how Bulls fans define themselves, how the Bulls media who cover the fans and the team define themselves, and how apparently this management group defines the team. And it was I got to look it up here and I'll find it in a second. But
sure,
I mean, I read it to you, Dave.
You did.
What did you think?
You did read it to me. I was dumbfounded by some of the things I heard. Even if you're saying your fans, but these fans in the stadium say, yeah, we like this. No, these fans in the stadium like coming to the game. And these fans in the stadium enjoy standing by the statue and taking pictures and just rooting for their team. If this team was one and whatever right now, you would have that same kind of vibe and atmosphere in the stadium.
Yes.
How do I know this? Because I sat through 99
right.
through 2004, and it was that same damn atmosphere. Those people still wanted that. I sat through it again with the great Chris Dunn in those magical years when they were trash. It was the same atmosphere, same kind of vibe. People just want to show up to the stadium and either relive the nostalgia or just enjoy the vibe of what's going on at the game. And I don't find there's nothing wrong with that. But to use that as a reason as to why you want to stay average and stay okay and stuck in the middle is ridiculously ridiculous. Like, it's double ridiculous, man. It makes no sense at all, because even the people who you're saying, oh man, it's these fans, you think they okay with that? They're not. They want to win too. They want championships. They want to go to a championship. That's what they want. They root for you just because they're going to root for you. It doesn't mean they like it. Your parents are going to love you because they love you. That don't mean they like your life choices. They ain't going to sit there and root for them. Oh, yeah, I like it. I enjoy that you're, dealing crack. That's great. Good job, honey. No, they still are going to say I love you and still be with you, but they don't have to like your life choices, all right? Yes. So, yeah, Bulls fans are supporting you. That don't mean they like the choices that you're making. That's a ridiculous way to put it.
Subscribe to The Athletic so you can read Darnell. Here it is. I had a casual conversation with a high-ranking Chicago Bulls executive shortly after the NBA's trade deadline. We didn't agree on the direction of the franchise. The Bulls stood pat at the deadline for the third straight season. They did nothing, despite substantial evidence that their injury-plagued roster isn't close to contending at a high level and likely won't be anytime soon. My point of contention was the front office punted on a pass offered happily by the team's fans, a rebuild. Quote, your fans, the executive countered. Initially, I didn't get it. I don't have fans. People read me at The Athletic and follow me on social media mostly because they are Bulls fans.
I'm a fan, Darnell.
I am. I thought the exec was trying to be snarky. It felt like an attempt to downplay our subscribers and passionate followers of the team on social media. But the comment wasn't made to downplay anyone. It was delivered to emphasize the difference. The Bulls fans the executive was referencing are paying customers. My fans, by and large, aren't the segments that fill the United Center on cold Chicago winter nights. That exchange, albeit brief, provided tremendous insight into the minds that make up this Bulls management. I don't know who your fans are that have a problem with this team and where we are in the standings and how we're performing right now, but they're not my Bulls fans who are happily, merrily we roll along at the United Center.
Happily, merrily roll. How can you be that close-minded when you know the Bulls are an international team? When you know they are globally beloved. So guess what? When you're globally beloved, you can't be at every game, can you? Because I live in another country. You can't not going to be there all the time, are you? I got Easy came here for the first time in his life this year. First time.
Shout out Easy.
Shout out Easy. But are you sitting there like, well, he's not at the stadium. He's not a true fan. What are you talking about?
That's absurd.
It's ridiculous, man.
And look, again, we say it all the time, Bulls fan, how you want a Bulls fan. My educated guess, being around Bulls fans online on social media and in the city of Chicago on a regular basis, the most passionate fans, I would say right now, are leaning towards more towards frustrated with the milquetoast bullshit and more of the milquetoast bullshit and the lack of changes from the milquetoast bullshit than there are passionate, truly diehard fans who are loving up every close game the Bulls played this season, where they are currently 4 games under 500, coming out of the All-Star break and looking like another play-in team season. Again, that's just my pulse of the fan base right now. But AK or an anonymous Bulls executive said, well, what fans of your fans might be pissed? My fans aren't pissed at all. Look at these fans over here. I think most Bulls fans, and I've seen it, people in the comments talk about it, the casuals, if you will.
If you will.
I want to go bring my family or my significant other or my parents or who. We're going to go to the Madhouse for a fun night.
Sure.
Have a couple sodas or a couple beers, have some nachos or a dog, and have a good time. Maybe the domestic terrorist known as Benny the Bull will throw some popcorn in my face, and it'll be a rollicking good time. Those people who fill up every seat every night throughout the season to make this as profitable of a business as it's been, despite mediocrity or worse, for the last quarter century, I think most of them are not the type of people who tune into our show, who like watch and read every update on this team, live and die by it. I don't think ownership and clearly management care who's filling those seats. Seats are full, seats are full.
A butt is a butt.
Well, that's not true. I understand your sentiment.
Thank you.
In some ways, yes, a butt is a butt.
Because they're putting it in the seat.
Yeah.
Put a butt in the seat, butt is a butt.
That butt has a wallet attached to it. And in that sense, yes, a butt is a butt. It's just interesting. I feel like, and shout out to people in the Discord. I popped in there for a minute earlier today, like who's ready? We got 27 to go. There was a general sense in our diehard Discord today of like, man, I'm trying, but
I'm just saying, man, you can go to the stadium and talk to any fan and they will tell you exactly how they feel, and it ain't going to be something good. Like, so that's why it's so tone deaf. Just because somebody is cheering because your team is doing something they like, or because Kobe White made a dope-ass play, or because DeMar scored an and one bucket, doesn't mean they're cool with you just completely being in the middle. That is not what that means, man. And that scares me, that there's an executive in this organization with that kind of ideology. That scares me a lot, man, because that is a terrible way to look at it. Well, look, everybody's cheering. We good.
Yeah.
What else I need to do? We smooth. We good, right? We uncomfortable with this. Man, that terrifies me, bro. It really does. Because that doesn't sound like somebody trying to get better.
No. It sounds like someone who has routinely, for the last 3 seasons and 3 trade deadlines of inactivity, shifted the goalposts until tearing them down completely. We want to compete in the playoffs. We want to make the playoffs. We made the play-in, yay. We want to be competitive, whatever the fuck that means. You're 4 games under 500.
Yeah.
That's tearing down the goalposts.
Yeah.
After saying you don't accept mediocrity. That is then slowly accepting that you do accept mediocrity and then embracing it and then shoving that mediocrity down your true fans' throats and acting surprised when the local media ask you, one of the 3 times a year you have the Stones to talk to them, wait, why is everyone so upset? You set the goalposts, man. What do you want from us?
What do you want?
Praise? What you want, a cookie? Low expectation having mother. We got to go. Ah! Shout out to Charlie the Bacon Guy. I got a new hat on my hat stack.
Charlie.
I love that.
Charlie.
I just might have to steal this one and bring it home.
Uh-oh.
I'll leave it here for a while. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for all of the chats. We are back. 26 more to go.
We're going to make it through.
And plenty of shows in between there.
Yes.
Speaking of which, tomorrow, Friday, to lead you into the weekend, Bulls are off, but we will be here live pod 3:30 Central Time tomorrow afternoon. We will talk to you then with our guy, Will the Goat Gottlieb. Until then, he's at Will_Gottlieb. Follow him. Read his stuff. Shout out to our wonderful producer and pal, Joey Spathis. He's at Joey Spathis. Big Dave Bow, BAWL Sports. I'm Bulls_Peck. We are CHGO_Bulls. Much love and appreciation, Bulls fans. Hit that like button on your way out. Subscribe to CHGO Sports YouTube channel. Go get that Sub-Zero gear in the merch locker. See you, Red. Be good.
Peace.
ALLCITY.